Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wasn't recording videos for the last couple weeks because I had to return my camera not once but twice. I had a huge issue with the SD card slot in this camera. It actually holds two SD cards, and long story short, I got a new one, and when I got it, I had the same issue with the second one, so I had to return it twice, and then I had to wait for this one to come. It was a really big pain in the butt. Anyway, it's all done now. It's behind me. B&H Photos, the best place if you ever want to buy camera equipment, because they totally worked with me and I love that place. So if you ever want to buy camera equipment, that's the place to get it. Now we're back. Pretty small tackle warehouse order here, you guys. I haven't made a tackle warehouse order in a little while. Nothing really spectacular in this box, but just some stuff that I needed to replenish on, and I figured I would show it to you guys. So let's go ahead and check it out. Set this thing off to the side here. The total of this order was $57.07. I cleared the amount that was necessary to get over a $50 threshold there to get the sticker, and it's more of a customary thing for me because I like having the stickers. I don't really stick them on anything though. All right, first couple things I got were some Zoom soft plastics, the Brush Hogs in particular, the Junebug color and the watermelon seed color. I like this Junebug color a lot. I really like the full-size Zoom Brush Hogs, and it's just a lot easier to order them on Tackle Warehouse as opposed to getting them here in town. But there it is, a very dark color and lots of glitter in this particular bait. You guys have seen me catch a lot of fish on these. Within the last few years, I switched to a different hook when I'm flipping with these baits, because Zoom, their baits, as they do come with a fair amount in their packaging, but they tend to tear fairly easy, especially when you get smaller fish biting these. So I went to a EWG when I'm flipping. That's a super line hook when I'm throwing these. That way I can still have the strength of a flipping hook, but have the savings of plastic like the EWGs do. They don't tear up the plastics as bad. Here's the watermelon seed color. Up next, some Mag 2. I think that these are 10 or 10.5 inch ones. There's 20 in a pack there. I got a Junebug color and the watermelon seed color again. Now, you guys don't see me throw ribbon-tail worms that often, and I'm going to hopefully try to fix that a little bit this year. I want to start throwing these just a little bit more. If you guys are familiar with the Berkley Power Worm, it's very similar to that worm. It's just not as fat, but just as effective. I have thrown this worm, I believe, on some of my videos before, and I've caught fish on video with these worms before, but I just don't throw them a lot. But these, I would say, are a great search bait. So if you throw them out there, they get this ribbon action out there. You can throw them through weeds. You can throw them through grass. They're not going to get hung up. They're a really good search bait in that respect. So that's the Junebug color. And again, here is the watermelon seed color. You guys are starting to see a trend with the colors that I like in particular. I've recently been trying to simplify some of the colors that I choose. I really like green pumpkin, but I think that I can get away with using watermelon and be actually more successful in a lot of situations where I would throw green pumpkin. I think that I'm becoming a little bit more successful throwing this watermelon seed color. It looks kind of fake, I guess, if you will, for lack of a better term, when you're looking at it on the surface, but when it's underwater, it looks like a creature under the water. As far as the color is concerned, it looks like something that is authentic. Next, I got 3 Booyah Poppin' Pad Crashers. Ever since I did the review on the Booyah Poppin' Pad Crasher a few years ago, I have not ordered any more of these, but I speak really highly of them because they keep water out, they have a great action as far as the popping goes, and they don't tear very easily. So I really like these a lot. I think fish gravitate towards them. If you notice the colors that I bought, this was one that I actually reviewed a few years ago. This particular color, I think it's, let's look at what it's called. It's called Dark Frog. I actually reviewed that color a few years ago, and it works very well. I like the dark colors whenever I'm throwing frogs, just period across the board. The new color, and I got 2 of these, are called Night Train. Let's see if you can actually see what I'm talking about here. So there's Night Train. Very cool looking color in my opinion. Let's go ahead and zoom back out here. And I'll open one up for you guys so you can get an idea of what these things look like. They're both the same. I just bought 2 of them because you never know when one's going to come off or a bass is going to take it with them. So I try to have backups of the colors that I like. And I like this color because it's dark. It's got that blue in it. It's kind of like a bruiser type of thing. Very nice looking frog. So that's Night Train. See if we can get that to focus really well. So there is that. Nothing too special again, you guys. Just kind of replenishing on some items that I really needed. Now, there's a small story behind this. So this is going to be my new monofilament that I'm going to try out for my medium cranking rod. So throwing jerk baits and stuff like that. I like to throw 10-pound for situations like that. If I'm throwing a flat-sided crankbait in light weeds or just in open water, this is going to be what I would be throwing. Now, the only reason why I use monofilament is because that particular rod also doubles as my popper rod. I like to throw poppers and small walking baits on that particular rod. That rod is my 724 medium moderate fast action. It's my Glass Powell endurance rod, and this is what I'm going to use instead. Now, the reason why I'm going to use this, and I'm just testing stuff out. I normally use, as far as my fluorocarbon, where I normally spend money online is in my fluorocarbons, and I use Seaguar Abrazex. And I was going to go with the Seaguar version of the monofilament, but it's a little expensive, and I get a little bit more bang for my buck with this. I've heard some good things about it. I've actually never used Suffolk Siege before, but I think that this will be pretty good for what I'm doing. And what I used before was the Maxima in moss green, and it's great line. And I've never say never, knock on wood, right? I haven't really had any situations where fish break off. And I would attribute that to the fact that the Maxima is thick line, where this is probably, well, it says 0.012. The Maxima is probably like 0.014. It's just a little bit thicker for 10-pound. So it does really good with abrasions and stuff like that. But where it does well with its robustness, I guess, it lacks in its castability. And especially when I have a rod sitting on the shelf for a month or two, and then I pull it off, you know, you get these really bad coils. There's nothing wrong with the line, it's just got that memory in it. So I'm hoping that this line will do a little bit better with that. That is mainly it. I'm sure that I will get a lot of comments down below on positive and negative attributes of this particular line, and I welcome that because I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. But 330 yards, I can get a couple of spools out of this, and I'm going to be pretty happy with that. So that's why I bought that. Last but not least, my buddy Tackle Junkie 81, I believe, uses this particular brand, if I'm not mistaken. This is a line conditioner by KVD. It's called Kevin Van Dam's Line and Lure. Now, the reason why I bought this is to address what I just told you about with the line, as far as the memory and the castability of it. I'm hoping that this will address those negative attributes after a rod or after a reel sits on the shelf for a little bit. This will hopefully make it cast just a little bit better. I believe this is the one that Tackle Junkie 81 uses, and I've actually never used any line conditioner before, so this is going to be an adventure for all of us. I'm hoping that it will do well. You can see on the side it says guaranteed to improve casting distance and control, virtually eliminates line memory, backlash, tangles and twists, anti-corrosive, protects reels, guides, tackle, lures, etc., etc. The main thing here that I'm looking at is the line memory and tangles and twists. That's kind of the big thing about this. So I got the 4-ounce bottle. That was the reason why I got it, because I'm hoping that will address some of the issues that I've had. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure my buddy Tackle Junkie will comment down below, and I hope you do, because I want to know what you have to say. All right, let's recap. We got an 8-pack of the Zoom Brush Hogs in June bug color, go for $4.19. We got another 8-pack of the Zoom Brush Hogs in watermelon seed color, again goes for $4.19. Got a 20-pack of the Zoom Mag 2 worms in June bug color, goes for $4.19. Another 20-pack of the Zoom Mag 2 ribbon tail worms in the watermelon seed color, go for $4.19. 3 of the Booyah Poppin' Pad Crashers, 2 in the Night Train color and 1 in the Dark Frog color. They go for $5.99 each. A 330-yard spool of 10-pound Suffolk Siege in Smoke Green color goes for $8.99. And last but hopefully not least, the KVD line and lure in a 4-ounce bottle goes for $9.49. Alright guys, if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. I'll leave links in the description for my Instagram and Facebook pages. I'm always posting different stuff about what's going on behind the scenes of this channel, so if you guys are interested, follow those links down below and give me a follow on those 2 social media outlets. Stay tuned for my next video. I'll have something out for you in the next couple days, and really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot.